Okay, what's up YouTube? My name is Galen and this is Galen's Gadgets. Again, thank you guys so much for joining my channel today. Today, as you can see, I have a new device in front of me. This is the Republica Gamers Ally, the ROG Ally. This is one of the most popular devices out right now, especially in the handheld gaming market. But I decided to pick this up because I truly believe that I could be a laptop replacement. I recently sold my Asus G14 laptop, and this will be the replacement for it. We're gonna see just how capable of this is because this is a device that runs Windows 11. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. I'm not gonna talk your ear off anymore. Let's just get into this video and get this unboxed. Okay guys, so I am recording this fresh out of the unboxing video. Hope you guys enjoy that. But basically, yeah, you don't get too much in the box. I really think the presentation was really good. It took me a while to actually find this part. This is like a little plastic stand with the ROG branding that you can use as a stand for your Ally. Just stick it in there like that and you are good. And then you also get the charger, and that's about it. I believe this is a 65-watt charging brick. And while we're talking about charging, let's just go over the actual Ally. This feels amazing in the hand. They did really good with the ergonomics of this device. I've just been playing with it a few minutes ago. It's completely dead. It does not come with like any charge at all. So I'm gonna charge this up and then keep this video going with some of my other first impressions. But in terms of just like the feel and the body of this device and everything else, it feels really good. It feels lighter than it looks, and I just think it's the perfect size in terms of gaming. I believe this is like a 7-inch screen, so yeah, I really love it. Just like the design of this device. You don't really get anything on the bottom. On the sides you get a little bit of ROG branding, a little iridescent sticker. You get that on both sides. On the back, of course, you get your ventilation. That's going to be super important on a portable gaming device like that. The fans will probably shoot out of these vents back here. You get more ventilation up top, it looks like. And you get 2 programmable buttons as well. So if you're like a super gamer that you need extra buttons, you could actually program these to your device. And up top, you get a few things. Of course, you get your triggers and bumpers, left and right triggers and bumpers. Feels really good. I really like the triggers back here. Just feels very flexible and just very high quality feeling. And also up top, you get a spot for a headphone jack. You get a spot for a SD card. You get a XGM slot, which I believe is going to be used to plug into like an external GPU if you have one. Those are super expensive, so I will not be getting one. I believe the performance of this device will be good enough just for me. You get volume rockers up top, plus and minus for up and down. You can also get some indicators up there to indicate the busyness of the device as well as the battery. Then you get a power button, which also doubles as a fingerprint reader. So yeah, really nicely built device. You get your of course you get all your regular buttons, just like an Xbox controller. You'll get your A, X, Y, and B buttons, as well as your left and right thumbsticks. These feel really good. They feel very clicky. Don't feel like they'll get stick drift or anything like that like other controllers do. Feels very good. You get 4 buttons on here. Not really sure what these buttons are for, but we'll go over that when I go over the UI after I power this on in a little bit. Okay guys, I am back. I've been playing with this for around a day now. First thing I'm going to talk about is updates, because that's the reason these two recording spots are so far ahead. Again, I've been playing with this for around a day and a half, just to give you guys my true first impressions. There are a ton of updates on this device, whether it's Windows, whether it's the Asus Apps, the Armory Crate app, which is going to be super important. I'll show you that later, as well as the My Asus app. Everything had updates, as well as there being BIOS updates. So if you're looking to just grab this and get gaming immediately, you probably won't be able to, because the device is going to be significantly better after you do all of these updates. It took at least a few hours to get all of those updates done on my end. So yeah, I just wanted to say that before I went further into the video. Okay, so now let's just go over the user interface of this device. First off, it runs Windows 11, which is one of the major reasons that I decided to pick it up, because I'm not just looking to game on the go with this. I'm looking to make this a laptop or a desktop type replacement as well. Most of the work that I do at home, whether it's content creation or just some other side projects, it's gonna be from a desktop or laptop type computer. I definitely think this device is powerful enough to do that. I'll have more videos on that later on, but overall I'm very excited that it has Windows 11. So I just pressed the power button. Sometimes it takes a second, it takes a click or two to get on. Actually kind of surprised it came up automatically with one press. But another cool thing about this device is that the power button up here has a fingerprint sensor. So when I use my index finger or my thumb, I'm able to unlock and get right into the device. So I'm not just going to go over all of Windows 11, because a lot of people are familiar with that. It's not too far off from Windows 10, but the user interface of Windows 11 does look better, in my opinion. So one thing before I get going, just talking about this device, I will say one of the most confusing things that I've experienced on this device is that there are multiple controller modes, basically. So the navigation of using these sticks to move around, it's different between games and your desktop. You actually have two modes. So I'm actually going to click this button. This is going to be one of the first things I show you. This is the command center. So the command center has just a lot of different quick toggle type options that you can choose from. You can choose your operating mode, move from turbo mode to something else, silent mode or performance mode if you want. But I brought you here to show you that there is a control mode, and right now, as you can see, I am on the desktop version, and that just makes it easier to navigate the user interface and things like that. It actually, if you have this toggled on, if you have desktop mode toggled on, when you're playing a game, the game controller will not be responsive. You have to go to a gaming mode, and there's also an automatic mode that will switch between the two options. So yeah, there it is. That's auto mode right there, and then the gamepad mode, and then the desktop mode. I'm just gonna stay in desktop mode for now, but yeah, I really love that command center. And while I do that, I'm actually gonna show you the Armory Crate app. Let's make that full screen. This is going to be one of the most important apps on the device. This is where all of your customization will be for this device, and all of the ROG Ally specific settings. Of course, you'll have your Windows settings, but these settings are going to be closer intact to the actual handheld, and will increase your experience with that. So yeah, let's just go first off, you get your game library, and you can add other games here. If you're just wanting to access a game or app quickly, you could add more. Just click this add button. And I actually should have mentioned that this device is touchscreen too, so if you're not wanting to use the mouse or use the analog stick as a mouse pad, you could touch most of your options as well. So yeah, so as you can see, you're able to add whatever app you want into that game library screen. Settings. This is going to be the meat and potatoes of how you will configure your ROG Ally to your liking. There are a lot of other videos. I haven't gotten too far into this yet that will show you like how to optimize this device to get the best battery life, to get the best performance for whatever games you play. So yeah, you have a lot of different options in this operating mode section. You get your different performance modes. You can go into Windows mode, go into a silent mode, turbo, or you could even adjust things manually. You could adjust like what type of wattage you want to get from your CPU. You could adjust your fan curves. I've seen a lot of people doing this. Apparently, this is a super important factor when factoring in performance of your device. You have 2 fans on this device, so a lot of customization there. System stats, you could look to see like what the performance of your GPU and CPU is like. You get some eco assist options to like just help with power saving, and you get that one GPU option. Okay, game visual. This is where you can choose like a different visual profile. I like my devices always to be in vivid. I even keep this on my phone. Vivid is just my favorite mode. I just really like the punchy and contrasty colors. You can adjust the lighting on the analog sticks as well. So you can see strobing. Breathing is going to be a little different. Color cycle. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it on color cycle for now. What other settings are there? Oh, you could like you could basically show when you want your lights to be up. The lights on your thumbstick. Connection. Of course, these are just gonna be your basic Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connections. I'm not gonna go too far into that. You do have some audio settings as well. You could change the format of your microphones. This device does have microphones and some pretty good speakers as well. And then Aura Sync, you could adjust like what colors you're seeing as well with these Asus backgrounds. And then these are what's going to be on your command center. So I just showed you the command center. That's actually one of my favorite things with this device. I use it way more than I thought I would. So yeah, that's about it. Let me X out of that. Okay, so now I just pulled up the Windows Start menu just to show you that the interface of this device is pretty much similar to anything that you would get on any other Windows 11 PC or a laptop. Really the major difference is just the different Asus add-ons such as the Asus app and the Armor Crate app, as well as the Command Center. The Command Center again is super clutch for changing those gaming related or performance related settings. Yeah, another thing I wanted to go over was just navigation using the thumbsticks. It's pretty difficult. I don't like touch it a lot because majority of the time this thing is docked for me. I keep it plugged into USB-C dock, and I'll have my mouse and keyboard and camera and everything else attached to it. I'll have more videos on that later, but yeah, overall majority of the time I'm docked, so I don't have to use this thumbstick navigation or whatever, but when I do, it can be pretty difficult. So the right stick will be primarily if you're using it like the mouse, and then the A button will be your clicker, and I believe RB or RT is going to be your right click. And then when you're just wanting to like go from icon to icon, you'll use your left stick. This will go through like each clickable option, so it will go like from this icon to this icon to that icon. Can't really see it just because of my camera, but yeah, that's the major difference. Nothing else too crazy. These buttons on the side, this is supposed to be like a viewer. This will like open up your multi-window view. Hasn't been working for me. It's probably a setting I'm missing or something. And then again, this button right here is gonna be your command center, And this button up here is like a menu button. I'll probably program that to something else. And then again, this button here launches the Armor Crate app. And yeah, that's pretty much it on like the basic user interface of this device. An area in which I think this device is actually like really gonna excel is gonna be media consumption. I'm really liking the screen quality and just the quality of experience of viewing videos and other kinds of media on this device. Definitely think this is a great device for even just scrolling the internet or scrolling a timeline or something. I like this device for that because the screen quality is great. You get a 7-inch screen, 1080p display. 1080p on like a small screen like this is actually really good. Really enjoying just the quality of this display, and I'm really liking the aspect ratio. If it's not 16:9, it's extremely close. You could see my video just fills up the whole screen. The only thing I really don't like about the screen is just these bezels. I wish they were a little thinner, but it's a first generation product, so really can't complain too much on that. In terms of just the sound quality, it sounds really good. Very full and balanced and clear. Let me just turn up this video a little bit so you guys can hear that. But I have gone back down to like closer to a day of battery life. Close to max volume. The battery degraded over time or whatever. Just the performance of the watch definitely like changed over time. I never like really did a factory reset, so that may fix the issue, but yeah, I've just noticed a significant drop off in performance and battery life on the Watch 4 Classic.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Another thing that I want to talk about is battery life. Right now, I've only been using this for around 30 minutes, and I've gone down 12% and basically doing nothing, just showing you guys a few YouTube videos and just going through the user interface, and that's about it. When I first got it and did a lot of updates, like the first cycle went really fast. Like that 30 minutes probably would have knocked me down to like closer to 75%. So I do think the optimization will get better over time, but again, there are a lot of videos out right now showing like the best settings for the ROG Ally. I haven't personally like went through them yet and adjusted any settings in the Armory Crate app or anything like that yet, so I'm looking forward to see like how beast of a thing this can be in terms of just performance and efficiency later on. But yeah, overall, can't really complain about the battery life too much because you should expect that in such a small form factor with such powerful parts. Okay, so I'm loaded into one of my favorite games right now. I'm actually using an emulator to play NCAA 14, the best football game ever. Anyways, you could see like at the top right corner, you could actually monitor your performance. I turned that on so you guys can see. I'm basically at 60 frames per second right now, which is definitely good enough for me. Playing this at 1080p. And as you can see, like right now, I can't press any of the buttons. Can't really do anything, but that's because I am in the wrong mode. So make sure you have this command center pulled up. If you're in a game and it's not working, make sure you have this command center pulled up and your controller is set to the right mode. You can see it's in desktop mode. Auto mode doesn't even work in this emulator for some reason, so I gotta go straight to gamepad mode, and that fixed it for me. So yeah, let's just play a little bit and I'll talk while I play. Okay, so let's get some actual gaming in while I talk about just the gaming experience on this device. One of the first things that is noticeable, we get the Xbox layout. This is not like really a con because most PC games have like the Xbox layout, the AXYB layout, versus the PlayStation layout, which is X, square, triangle, circle. Again, it's not really a con in my opinion, because most of these PC games are going to be based off of the Xbox controller layout. This specific game that I actually have a PlayStation 3 emulator to play NCAA 14. I haven't like installed the mods or whatever to change them to Xbox, so you may be confused watching me play this a little bit, because this game is based on the PlayStation layout. That's just what made me think of that right off the bat. But yeah, overall gaming is very smooth. Performance on this device is way better than I thought, especially for the size and price. I feel like this is gonna be like a budget level, entry level gaming PC type performance. It's not as strong as like a gaming laptop per se, like I'd say like a mid-range gaming laptop. But I definitely feel like you can you'll get pretty decent performance out of this. Again, I would compare it to an entry level gaming laptop or gaming PC. Everything works smooth so far. The buttons are super responsive. Another thing I want to talk about is just like the controller gamepad, I guess, in general. It feels a lot wider than anything else that you play with. So it just takes some getting used to. Like, it's not like really too bad or anything. It just really takes getting used to, because it's so wide. Your hands are just further apart than what you would have in a regular controller. But you get this huge, beautiful 7-inch screen on the inside, so that's definitely a fair trade-off in my opinion. Let me pause this for a minute just so I can like compare. So this is my Razer Kishi and my S22 Ultra. As you can see, it's a lot it's not as wide, but again, the screen is a huge upgrade on the just the screen size. The screen quality is probably better on my S22 Ultra. It probably gets brighter and higher resolution or whatever, but just the size and functionality of the ROG Ally is definitely a big advantage. I'm primarily an Xbox gamer. You could see this is probably why I'm like talking about how uncomfortable it is to hold sometimes when playing. It's just because I'm not used to it. It's not really like a negative thing ergonomically. This is just what they have to do with this kind of form factor. The controller just has to be a little wider, so yeah, I'm not complaining about that at all. I'll be able to take this on the go, playing some different offline games on a plane and things like that. It's definitely a very solid gaming device in my opinion. Ooh, almost threw an interception there. So yeah, can't really complain about this device too much, especially for what it's worth and the performance. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this video up now. Overall, I am very excited about this device. I've had a very pleasant experience about it, and I think this type of technology is revolutionary. I'm gonna tell you why. Basically, anything that I do personally on a desktop or laptop, I could do on this device with the ability to take it on the go for things like gaming or just killing time. That is why I really love this device. Just the versatility of it really feels like a desktop or laptop type experience in my use case. When I dock this or pair it with a USB-C dock, I am missing absolutely nothing that I have from a laptop, or not anything major anyway. That is why I really love this device. And then just the overall media consumption or gaming experience on this device when I have it on the go is like pretty much second to none. 1080p screen, 7-inch screen, really smooth gameplay, very great performance for the price and for the device. It's really hard to get performance good on a device like this, just because of the ergonomics and everything. You usually need space in order to just make things perform well, but this is definitely an exception. They did a great job with this device. Yeah, I just really love this device. A thing I didn't talk about in this video is just like how lightweight it is. It feels like plastic, which is in this case like a really good thing. Feels like a high quality plastic. Like a lot of people may want it to feel premium, but usually when things feel premium, they're heavier. So you don't want heavy in this type of form factor. So yeah, again, really excited for this device, and I will definitely have a lot more videos coming up specifically on how I use this as a desktop. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned to what I am posting about the ROG Ally. If you have any questions about the device, feel free to leave it in the comments, and thanks for watching this video.